Hi, friends. Happy Monday. It's Laura Milligan coming to you live from the B Spot in Canton, Ohio. Thank you for joining me. If you're there, say hello. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you did something fun over the weekend. We had a great weekend. We went to see my daughter and son-in-law in Bristol, Virginia. They own and operate a music school there. And so they had a performance, the school had a performance this week of Matilda Jr. And so we went and got to enjoy that. It was amazing. These kids put on this musical in 2 weeks. It was a 2 week camp. They met Monday through Friday and learned the whole music. Learned the whole musical, all the music, all the words to the music, of course, choreography, all the lines, really, really good. And gosh, those kids are talented. So that was really fun. What did all you do? What did you all do? I'm sorry. What did all of you do? Let me know. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Susie. Hi, Betty. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to jump right in. I have some cards that I'm going to make for you today featuring the Frames and Flowers Designer Series paper. This is the designer paper that I used for part of my summer stamp camp, and it was so well received that I decided I would offer this as my bingo. And it was supposed to be my bingo, my online bingo event, which we do once a month. Really great group of people, loads of fun. And it was supposed to be the end of July. But the paper that I had planned to use, this Frames and Flowers paper, became unavailable. So I postponed it for a month. We're going to be doing this the end of August. I have a little flyer here I'm going to share with you. So we did something else for bingo. My bingo this month is tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to that. It's always really fun. But I just thought today I would share some projects using some of these products, and just to give you a little taste, and maybe this will entice you to join us for bingo. So these are for bingo, we're going to make 6 cards. Normally for bingo, we only make 4 cards, but these we're going to do 4. We're going to do 6. And a couple of the people that attended the summer stamp camp signed up for bingo again because they love the project so much. They love the paper, and they decided they would be fine with getting another pack of it. So even if you did the summer stamp camp, you may want to join us for bingo, because for bingo, we have prizes, and the prizes are Stampin' Up! Products. So what is not fun about that, right? And then I always send a little treat that you can munch on during the bingo time. It's always really, really fun. So I see more people joining. Myra, Lucy, Kathy, Shelly. Hi, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera view down so that you can see what I'm talking about. So these are the products. I know I've seen from the comments some of you that were at the summer stamp camp are on here right now, and let us know, what did you think of the projects that we made using these? I think, or the products, I think they were really well received, and we made 10 cards using this designer series paper. So let me just bring in my little sheet about bingo. So this is going to be on August 27th at 6:30 p.m. It's $38. You're getting over $28 in product, plus the 4 cards, the products to make each of the 4 cards. You will have a ton of this amazing designer series paper left. The only thing you need to add on, if you don't have it, would be a pretty peacock ink pad. And then I used the Everyday Greetings stamp set. This is a new stamp set. It's one of our online exclusives. It is a great word set. It has a little bit of everything. I think this is a lovely sentiment. It says, "Where there is heartache, let there be healing." There's birthday, there's hello, friend, thank you, love you. There's anniversary. There's a mix of printed fonts and then the cursive, so you can mix and match and combine them. So this is an add-on. If you don't choose to add this on, you can use, of course, any word set that you have. So hi, Debbie. Hi, Michelle. Oh yeah, Colleen, you're gonna want to, don't miss this. So I am doing a quick turnaround with Bingo for this month. I'm releasing it when I get off my Facebook Live today. You will get an email if you're on my email list about Bingo for August, and it's going to be a short window to register because this paper is supposed to be coming back to our warehouse the week of August 5th. So I want to be ready to go so that I know how many packs of this paper that I need, and I can get it ordered before it sells out. Again, because I think it's been so very, very popular. I'm also featuring today the Prized Peony Stamp Set, and these were made to go together. You, of course, could use this on its own, but it complements this very well. So I am, so Kathy is so kind, but she's saying, I love the cards, have sent so many, rave reviews, love Stamp Camp. I just ordered the Pretty Peacock stamp pad. Pretty Peacock is one of my favorite colors. It really is beautiful. So I have, oh, and you know what? Let me show you before I get started. These are what I have left over from the Stamp Camp. So everybody got, this paper includes some 12 by 12 pieces that are double-sided. If you got my paper share, this was not included in the paper share because of these die cuts. This would have been almost impossible to divide up and share for a paper share. But this, you get 2 sheets of these, and they're 2 sheets of different die cuts, and mine are going to fall all over the place. But these are leftovers. It looks like a hot mess right now because it kind of is. Everything's just falling out. But like these, we made 10 cards at the Stamp Camp with these papers, and a little cute gift bag. And the people left with still plenty more of these die cuts. And so the cards I'm making today, I guess 2 out of the 3 feature some of these die cuts. These are not the same as we did at the Stamp Camp, but it is a great, great set of paper. Yeah, I think this was my original bag of extras. But you get, and the paper's $10. Like, what's not to love about that, right? Okay, so my first card is actually one. I had my Simply Stamped camp stamping event last week, and that's where people come into my studio. It's one of the events I still do for my local friends and customers, and it's a chance for them really to get together and just be with each other. They have been stamping with me, some of them, for almost 20 years. I've been a demonstrator now almost 24 years, and so we get together once a month and we make a nice stack of cards, and it's really fun. And of course the people come to make cards, but also for the friendship and the gathering, which is, I think, what it's all about. So this was one of the cards that we made, and so I'm just going to put this together for you. It's kind of fun. So what we did, this card used basic beige and basic white. And what I did was I made a template. You can see this has been well used. And I used one of the deckled circles. This one measures, it's about, I'm going to say 3 1/4 inches across. So I just cut this out of a panel of basic white. And I'm going to put this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to place it over a 4 by 5 1/4 panel of basic beige. And I'm just going to hold this in place, and I am going to use Lost Lagoon ink. And my blending brush. So those of you that are watching that were at Stamp Camp, you've already made this, or it's Simply Stamped. So when I do this, I pick up the color with my blending brush, and I like to dab a little off. And I'm just going to hold this. I just want to make sure that my paper doesn't slip. And this, did you ever do stenciling? I used to do stenciling on walls, and that's kind of what this is like. And what I remember with that, and it's the same with this, that when you pull your stencil or your template away, the design, the whatever you're sponging or stenciling is going to look darker than you think it's actually going to be. And so I'm going to stop right there because I want it to be fairly light. Yeah, okay, so we just have that like that. That's kind of fun to do. It's fun to use like a blending brush in the tools. Okay, then I'm going to take, let me show you this. This is the Prized Peony Stamp Set, and I love the 3 peonies. I love peonies. Who doesn't? They're gorgeous. I have some in my garden, which is really fun. But I also love the words for this. In my thoughts, hello, and best birthday wishes. I think these are all really good words. So I'm going to use the largest peony, and for this, I'm using my Pretty Peacock ink. I love the Pretty Peacock ink with Lost Lagoon. It's a beautiful combination. Aw, Colleen, thank you. Yeah, I thought they were pretty too. She said these were maybe her favorite ones we made at Simply Stamped. So that is all good. Okay, so I'm going to ink this big flower up, and I'm going to just put this, it doesn't, part of it is going to hang over the edge of this circle, which is done on purpose. Okay, so there we have that. This is a simple card. This is one you could make in multiples, and I think anyone would love to receive this card. Now I'm going to just do the little hello, and look at this. Looks like a fish, doesn't it? I don't know. I just noticed this now, the back of this, but I know that the hello is there like that. See if I can get this straight. Maybe crooked. Okay, that's not too bad. I was lucky. All right. So I'm going to set this aside a minute, and that's all there is to this card. Now I am going to stamp. So you could do the In My Thoughts on the inside. You could do best birthday wishes. For now, I think what I'm going to do, well, you know what? I'm going to do this In My Thoughts. And I'm just going to do that right here. I'm going to practice first to make sure. Yeah, okay, that's good. Make sure I get it straight. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to set that aside. And then the other thing that you could do that's really nice is to use this smaller stamp. And I'm just going to put that down here in the corner. Isn't that pretty? And I do happen to have an envelope with me. And so I'm going to do, I'll do that here too. That's just pretty to dress up the envelope and the inside of the card. So we have that. And now we just have to put it together. This is so very quick and easy. But don't you sometimes like cards? Don't we all need cards sometimes that are quick and easy? Oh, did you used to stencil, Debbie? Yeah, I used to do it. I used to do it quite a bit. It was fun. Before I had even heard about stamping. Okay, so this I'm just going to glue on flat. I love the contrast of the basic beige on the white card base. I think that's really pretty. And then this is just going to be popped up with some dimensionals. So let me see what I have over here. Okay. Isn't that a pretty font, though? I think that's really nice. And I'm gonna line this up so that it's right against the edge of this basic beige panel, just like that. And then I'm gonna add some gems. And these are the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foiled gems. I must use the Pretty Peacock gems a lot because look, I have 2 partial packs here. All of the Pretty Peacock colors are gone except for these 2. So I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to open up a new packet for my, because I want to use, these come in big and small size, and so I want to use one of the big ones on this, so I'll open this up. These are really pretty. They have like a, let me hold them up so you can see if I can catch the, look how they have like a little gold fleck in them. And it seems like they're all a little bit different. Some have more gold. They call it foiled gems, so I guess it's gold foil. Some of them, they're like different patterns. All right, so I'm just going to put one of these here. Put one here. And then I'll just put that one there. And that is our first card. It is extremely simple, but isn't it beautiful? So yeah, hi Nancy, how are you? She says quick and simple, I like it. And then there's the inside. And you could put a little gem in there. I like to do that sometimes. So there's our envelope, our card. So that's card number 1 for today. And of course you could do that in any color. You could use like a soft, like the Pretty in Pink, and then stamp over it in Petunia Pop, or any combination like that would be pretty. Okay, so my next card, I'm using some of the designer paper. And you know what, I need to look. Let me find this again in my catalog because I'm using a punch and I can't remember the name of it. The Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch, it's this. And so what I'm doing, I use this idea, you know how I love to take inspiration from our catalog. And so what I did was I saw this, I thought it was so pretty, and I happened to have a wreath die cut that was extra. And so I turned this design into a card. And look, I have just now decorated the front of my catalog with Pretty in Pink ink. Can you see that? I'm going to have to wipe that off. Anyway, yeah. We'll do that later. All right, so I have, this is just a 4x5 1/4 piece of the designer paper. That's the other side. Look how beautiful. I love the colors in this paper. I just think that's so pretty. I think this reminds me of like eucalyptus. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but it's just so pretty. So I'm going to take, and then, and this is this is one of the die cuts. So you just die cut this, you punch it. You don't have to do the die cutting. It's already done for you. You just punch it out of the DSP. So we're going to use that. And I am going to clean off, I'm going to get my Stamp and Scrub out here for a minute. So I'm going to clean off this stamp, because I'm going to use it now with Lost Lagoon ink. Make sure that's nice and clean. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start, let's do the stamping first. I'm going to use Lost Lagoon ink. And well, you know what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to use this punch. And I have cut this. It's just a smidge smaller than 2 inches. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? This is just a little bit smaller than 2 inches across. These are made for 2-inch paper. I always like to cut it just a little bit thinner so that I can push it right in my punch. Okay, so I'm going to take this pretty stamp and I'm going to ink it up in Lost Lagoon. I'm going to stamp it on my paper first because I want it to be real light on here. Okay, I'll do that. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Put this away. Then I'm going to use the hello. I really basically just copied this from that package in the catalog. So there we have that, so pretty. Close up all my ink. And again, you could do any of the greetings on the inside. It would be a cute birthday card. All right, so I am going to, first of all, let me get this stuff out of the way here. All right, I'm going to take a bit of Stamp and Seal. Oh, okay, so Shelly's saying the lady at our post office suggested I stamp on the top corner where the return address would be so it doesn't interfere with the zip code reading machine. Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about that. That is a good point. All right, so I'm going to use, this is the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. I have used this a ton. I love this. You can see I hardly have any of the Lemon Lolly left, Calypso Coral, and Bashful Blue. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to wrap this around a few times. I know one time I was at convention and Shelly Gardner was doing something and she wrapped some twine around something, and she said you always want to use wrap it around 3 times. So if Shelly says it, I love her. And she is so amazingly talented, of course. And so if she says it, that's good enough for me. If she says it, I'm going to do it. All right, so I am going to just put some dimensionals in the corner here now. Okay, Mary Jo says, our post office says the back. Well, let me tell you, I think it depends on what post office you go to, truly, because I feel like there's a couple of different ones around here that I go to, and depending on who waits on me, they all say different things. So, okay. I like to put a little bit of the Stamp and Seal on the back. It just helps secure that, and then you can see I did secure the one end with a dimensional as well. All right, so I'm going to put this, and this looks crooked. Let me fix it before I put it on there. Okay. All right, so we have that. I'm going to take this pretty wreath, and I thought since there were the 3 sprigs, I'm going to put those down this way, and so that you can see all 3 of those. So I'm just going to add a little dab of glue around this wreath. I love the colors in these papers and the die cuts. Okay, so we got that there. Then I'm just going to take my tag and put it on top. Isn't that pretty? Put that on top. I'm going to pop it up with my dimensionals. Myra, our post office is, you must not like your post office. You're funny. And I'm just going to angle this a little bit. And I'm kind of making it look like it's kind of hanging on this cord, or the twine. And so I'm just going to do a little bow. Like I want it to look like I wrapped it around and then pulled this twine through the holes in the tag, which I did not do. I'm just going to attach this with a glue dot. Squeeze that together so it's not sticky where I don't want it to be. And then I'm just going to put this on there like that. So it's kind of like a faux bow. It's a real bow, but it's like a faux look. It looks like I have threaded all this twine through there to make my tag. And don't you think that is pretty? I think that is so pretty. And then I'm just going to finish it up by adding a few gems. I didn't add too many on this one. Let me take these pink, petal pink. Let's see, put one there. Take a little pretty peacock, I'll put that there. And then I think I'll just put one other small pretty peacock just down there, like that. And there we have card number 2, which is equally easy and quick to make. And there are quite a few wreath shapes in that designer series paper. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that's card number 2. And then card number 3 is also very pretty. And this one is going to be, I'm going to use different words. I'm going to use in my thoughts. So I have already done a little bit of the die cutting. I have taken a 4x5 1/4 panel of the white, and this is embossed with the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. Love this folder. It looks exactly like the name says, Distress Tile. So we've got that, and then I used the, let me show you these, perennial postage dies. This is a great set of dies as well. Look at the, it looks like a postage stamp actually. Okay. And then I have these sprigs that were part of the die cuts. I just punched those out. And then I have a small piece of designer series paper. This measures 3 by 4 1/4. Okay. And I am going to use Pretty Peacock ink again. Okay, so I'm going to use in my thoughts, and I'm just going to stamp this on here. And then I have my 1 3/4 inch punch, circle punch, and I'm just going to go ahead and punch this out. Love our circle punches, right? Okay. Now we're ready to put this together. So we have a thick basic white. I use these for, I would say probably 8 out of 10 cards I make have a thick basic white card base. It's kind of my go-to. I just like the crispness and cleanness of it. It's just the look that I like. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. Anytime I'm adding an embossed panel like this, I try to put a little extra glue just because of the embossed parts. It just helps, I think, to add a little bit of extra glue to make sure it's all going to stick. Okay, then I'm going to take my die cut panel, the perennial postage panel, and I'm just going to attach my designer paper. And look how beautiful. This is another little piece. The back side, so pretty. I just think these colors are so pretty. Okay, this is going to be on here flat. But I am going to pop up this whole panel once I get this on here. I go through a ton of dimensionals. Did you ever notice that? Okay, and this is just going to be centered on here. I love the pretty peacock with the petal pink as well. That's really pretty. Okay, then I'm going to take my 2 sprigs, and one is a little bit longer than the other. That's going to go on first. I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just going to glue it on flat. And then I'll add, the second one is going to be popped up, but I'm going to go ahead and just attach this one. Oh, Mary Jo, I'll show all the cards again at the end. And you can watch the replay to see how I did it. But, okay, so we got this here. And then this is going to be just here flat, so I'll go ahead and add that as well. And my thoughts, I'm going to have that hang over because I love that look. But you know what, I better turn this a little bit. I don't know if I can. You know what, okay, I'll just do it like that. I want to kind of hide that, and maybe I'll be able to when I add this. I think so. Yep, so I'll just do it like that. So I'm kind of covering up that little part there. So this is going to be here. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up with some dimensionals. Really, all three of these cards go together fairly quickly. Especially with these die cuts, you just have to pop them out and you're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to strategically place this so that it covers up that stem. And it is going to overlap the word panel a bit, but I love that. I like how that looks. Okay, so we have that. Then I'm going to take a piece of twine. This is a different way to tie a bow. I'm just going to show you this. So I have a length of the twine. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to leave this part as a loop, but I'm going to act like it's just the end of the twine. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. And I'm going to just tie this like I would be tying a bow. And so then what I'm going to do, rather than pull through all the way, I'm going to just do it like this. So I end up with like 3 loops. And now what I can do is go through and I can play with this a little bit and adjust these loops, make them all a little bit smaller. And it's just kind of a loopy, it's kind of messy. It's kind of a messy little thing. But let me show you that again because I think it's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm going to make my loop like I'm tying a bow. Might make this a teeny bit bigger. Then we have that. So basically it's kind of a bow with three sets of loops. It just kind of depends on what you like. It may be too messy for some of you. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of fun. Just kind of like a messy little bow like that. You can also, oftentimes when I'm doing a bow, I'll just pull the ends all down like that. But this one, I kind of like it just sort of like that. This is a little bit big. I can show you my sample that I did that's a little bit smaller. But I'm going to go ahead and just put this here. And I'll put that just about right there like that. And there's the ends of our little loopy bow, super loopy bow. Isn't that pretty? Okay. And then, of course, we want to add our gems. And I'm going to use the petal pink gems for this. Let's put some there. There, and then one here. So there you have card number 3. And don't you just love these colors? I just think they're really, really pretty. Let me know what you think. And if you are interested, don't forget to sign up for bingo. I think it's going to be really fun. So let me show you. These are the 3 cards. And you can see this one is much lighter. This one has more color on the, and this is the one I made today. This was my sample. But so you can see this one is a much more subtle Lost Lagoon color that I, with the blending brushes in the background. But I like this one too. So I guess you would have to decide which one you like. And depending on how much ink, it's going to be lighter or darker. So those are the 4 cards. I'm going to bring this in again just to remind you about signing up for online bingo. It is really fun. Like I said, the email invitation will go out this afternoon, just actually in a little bit, as soon as I'm done here. And the bingo event is August 27th. It's at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I hope that you will join me. I also wanted to mention before I go, this is my current host code, EMD4GF2T. If you use this host code and place an online order this month, you will be thanked by me, because I do appreciate all of your orders. You will get a hand stamped thank you card, of course, and then these are the gems that I'm giving this month as a thank you. These are the Opal Round Assortment. I think I said something last week about that they are kind of Michigan colors, but they are colors that you could use on so many different projects. These were introduced in the Citrus Blooms suite of products. They look gorgeous with that, but I find myself using them a lot of things. So this would be your thank you gift from me with a $50 or more online order. And like I said, I am always so grateful for your orders. Hi, Allie. Oh, watching from England. Where in England are you? I'm just curious. Anyway, she may not be there anymore, but that's kind of fun. I was just, someone had emailed me over the weekend about a class that was from Australia. So that was really cool that somebody from Australia was watching me too. So welcome, Allie. I'm so glad that you have joined us today. And I'm glad that all of you have been following along and watching. If you're watching on replay, please let me know. I'm hoping we get some rain today. Boy, do we need it. It's been so dry and so humid, and I'm over the humidity. How about all of you? I love the sunshine, but I could definitely do without the humidity. I would imagine most of you agree with me. So I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for joining me. I will not be here next week. I will be vacationing with a big group of our family. Really looking forward to that. And so I will not be back until 2 weeks from today. So thank you all so much for joining me. She's in Shropshire. Okay, but not far from Wales. That's wonderful. How wonderful. Well, thank you all for joining me today, and hope you have a great week. Please take care. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.